Have you ever wondered how the idea of free speech and the First Amendment are related to each other? Well, this is an important thing to think about. Having studied the assigned materials, I've gained a better understanding of free speech and the First Amendment and the role that it plays in free speech. There are a few fundamental aspects of free speech that everyone should know. The First Amendment protects some forms of expression, but not others, includes the right to protest and to speak, write, and share ideas. So let's get into it. So, what is the relationship between freedom of speech and the First Amendment? Well, on page 87, it states that, quote, in addition to free speech clause, the First Amendment contains 5 other clauses, 2 of which concern religion, and 3 of which are closely related to speech. Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Quote. It also states that, quote, these other clauses refer to particular modes of expression, and therefore they have been assimilated into the court's broad construction of the concept of speech, which itself extends to all modes of expression, including via the press, assembly, and or petition, and consequently, the same general first principles and standards that the court has forged to assess the constitutionality of restrictions on speech also govern restrictions on specific important types of expression these other clauses single out. So the next question would be, what is or are the reasons for protecting free speech? Well, there are many reasons for protecting free speech. The reasons are as follows. Our right to speak freely is a necessity for all of the freedoms that we have, and for also living in a free society as well. We should also protect free speech so that we are able to boldly express ourselves through what we believe in. And free speech is just a right, but a strong one that free speech is not just a right, but a strong one that all people should be able to have without being restricted or restrictions. Another reason that free speech should be protected is so that people like voters can debate topics of public interest, and due to the fact that a democracy relies on citizens to have access to information. In addition, also being able to freely discuss public affairs, to allow them to make the good decisions regarding public issues is another big aspect. And obviously, the Constitution protects the right to free expression, so anyone should be able to express themselves without getting in trouble or without being restricted. So why does everyone need to know anything about free speech? Will knowing about free speech have any positive, tangible impacts on your life? Well, everyone needs to know something about free speech. First, knowing something about free speech is very crucial for us to do because it helps us think more about what is right, what this right means, and why it's important for the government to provide it for us. If we didn't know anything about the idea of free speech, the world would not really be the same, or not what it is now at least. Another reason why everyone needs to know about free speech is so that we are able to know what we stand for, what we're standing up for, and what we're fighting for. Following this, knowing about free speech will certainly have positive, tangible effects on my life. And now that I'm able to have free speech, I'm a lot happier knowing that I am able to have it without being restricted and without anyone having authority over me. So all in all, free speech should be expressed no matter what. The relationship between the free speech and the First Amendment is also very important, and we should all work together so that we are able to keep free speech as a right for good.